is made possible by Kickstarter and over 77,000 backers. Jolly good. Oh, God. Pillars of Eternity is not responding. This is a great start. I'll just leave it for a second, see if it gets on with it. Okay, there we go. Phew. Where it already crashed before making it past the splash screen. That would have been embarrassing. Alright. Continue. Once you've gained access to the stronghold, the menu can be accessed at any time from the central HUD. Thank you for that, game. Not even close to getting to this stronghold you're talking about, but hey. I imagine it works something like the one in Neverwinter Nights 2. That's what I've heard. And considering that was also a game made by Obsidian, it would not surprise me. I'd like to thank you with a crash, right?
We're watching you, scum.
MTG Honey Badger. Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Was there a sub earlier and I completely missed it? I have this horrible feeling there was a sub earlier and I totally missed it. If I did, I'm seriously sorry. We got the spinny wheel of death. Oh, yes, we do. Oh, it's disappeared now. Probably means we're making progress. I was warned that the loading screens are pretty long when you're loading up the game again for the first time. So we might be here a little while. It'll be fine after that, though. Hula Hoop of Doom. Little caching symbol. So a friend of mine once made a joke. There we go. A friend of mine once made a joke.
I'm here.
How I don't know if any of you know what the Castellan robots from 40k look like, but they're these robots, basically big sci-fi looking robots. And on their heads, on their face sort of plates on their heads, they basically just have this sort of like glass monitor screen type thing. And a friend of mine once said it'd be funny if you actually put like a Windows caching symbol on them, on the little screen. I've always kind of wanted to do that. Anyway, we're back. We're in the town of Gilded Vale, folks. Nettle and her new friends, Aloth, the schizophrenic elf, and Adair. Adair? Yeah, I had to say his bloody name. I think it's Adair.
Hey.
The pipe-smoking,
Yes.
wisecracking fighter. And also a dog. And we are about to enter this dungeon here to go explore it, basically. For no other reason than, well, idle curiosity, really. So yeah. Oh god, prepare to get murdered. Well, we'll see. Oh, I miss Windows 95. Windows 95 was great. 98 was pretty good too.
At once.
I haven't been in here for, must be 5-6 years. Used to be real nice. Bright. Warm.
Not very bright and warm now. Wretched beasts! A man lies resting against the wall, lit by the dim illumination of the fading sconces. He has a gaunt, fox-like aspect, and his face is pale and damp with sweat. One arm is held loosely against his side, sleeve soaked with blood. He gives you an anxious glance as you near, his features twisted with pain.
Howdy-do.
Ha! I thought you were some... Oh, never mind. Whoever you are, you've traveled a long way to reach a dark place. This temple isn't what it used to be, probably for the best, times being as they are. He groans and shifts position, wincing. No looter, if that's what you're thinking. Not one of the faithful either. I just wanted to do some good, I suppose. Got my arm clawed up for it. He regards you wearily. Maybe you'd have better luck. Better luck with what? The man points a finger upwards. These ruins around us used to be a temple of Aethys, the scattered god. A grand temple at that. His worshippers would come from all over the Deerwood, from Red Ceres even. Not so much from Red Ceres these days. Until the war, of course. Even then, you'd get some of the stubborn ones, the ones that couldn't get it through their heads that their god was dead and gone. Go on. Once the legacy started, Lord Redrick decided he'd been too lenient on the Aethasians. How do we pronounce this? I don't know. Aethasians. He had his people go in and put them to the sword. Left them down here, buried under a heap of rock. After that, Redrick ordered the temple sealed. It's been years like that, up until recently. Lord Redrick hopes that if we rededicate the temple to a living god, then we'll be forgiven. And the legacy will end, see? He smiles wryly. But until then, the temple is as you see it, unguarded. That's where you come in. Weirton licks his lips. Those priests, maybe they didn't have a lick of sense between them, but they still didn't deserve to go like that. Chopped down in their god's house, it doesn't sit right with me. If you can get down there, find their remains, maybe we can finally give them a proper burial. Weirton breathes out. No small task. There's coin in it for you if you need motivating. Alloth's cautious expression softens. A pleasant surprise to see that someone around here has a shred of respect for the dead. I take it you aren't supposed to be in here. Weirton shrugs. Shrugs? Laughs. Making words up, guys. I don't know why. Bleakly. Well, I meant to be in and out, nice and quick. I'm not hurting anyone, it's just Lord Radrick's forbidden anyone having anything to do with the scattered god. It'd be a little harder to explain to him than you. It's a good cause, though, isn't it? And you could make some coin in the process. Wait, do you want to bring me? You want me to bring you some skeletons? I'd bury them if they're where they are if I could. I know it's a little macabre, but if we don't get them out now, Radrick's liable to destroy whatever's left of them. I have some questions first. Yes? Why can't you do this yourself? Well, look at him. Who are you, anyway? Weirton offers you a weak grin. Name's Weirton. I've lived in Gilded Vale long enough to remember how grand it used to be. He shrugs and looks away. I used to help the temple sometimes. Bring supplies, that's all. Won't Lord Radrick mind us digging around down here? I wouldn't go telling him about it. Lingering in these places, it's not good for anyone. But you do this quick and quiet, and we can do right by those priests without raising a fuss. Any chance of something down there worth a little more than some old bones? Weirton looks around. Probably. Nobody's been through the place since it was sealed up. Well, apart from me, I didn't touch anything. Any valuables in there, you get first crack at them. I only ask that you do this favour for me while you're at it. I have no more questions. I'll find them. And by the flame, I owe you a good turn. But listen, the temple's been sealed off for so long it's crawling with creatures. But if you get past them, the priests would have been down on the lower floor. They're still there, if they're anywhere. Those priests had all kinds of secret chambers, switches in the walls, trick sconces, that kind of thing. Keep an eye out and take care down there. I wouldn't want to have to send someone else after your remains. I'll wait here by the stairs and keep a lookout. Maybe try to patch myself up some. Search the temple. That's precisely what I intend to do. What's the quick save button in this game? It's 5, I think. Yep, it is. Good. What's this? The rising sun and the 3 dawn stars, the symbol of Aethys. Okay. No, then here's the thing. Yeah, you don't have an AI script. Mm-hmm. There we go.
I'm here.
Oh, hello. It's Will-o'-the-Wisp. Or Will-o'-Wisp. Better just attack it then.
Curses!
It's on me.
It's getting its endurance back pretty quick, isn't it? Maybe we should try a spell. Trying to remember what spells I've bloody well got. Chill Fog, Staff, Sunless Grass, Spirit Shield. And a second level, we got Bewildering Spectacle. And then infused with Vital Essence. Let's try that.
Worth and rock.
Oh, that confused it for sure. Oh, well.
I'm here.
There we go, that finally got it. Right. This parchment is worn and tattered, and the ink upon it faded. In this time of hardship... do it again. In this time of hardship, must have just as much faith in ourselves. That's a thing. We got Ardra and some copper pand. Okay. I'll move it on. Spider!
Stand together.
Spider that is not going to last very long. Now, didn't I give you
here.
a quarterstaff? Yeah, it's your secondary weapon. Go with that for now.
I'm here.
First brought up Soul. Arcane Assault. Grimoire Slam. Don't forget that one. Oh yeah, and there's Gown's Pledge, and I'm getting
How may I help?
reacquainted right now. Fire, Rolling Flame. I've been playing another game recently. Quite a lot of it, in fact. A completely different magic system. And I'm having to readjust to this one.
I'm here.
So it's a little bit confusing, but we'll get there. Nah, just hit it. Just a tiny spider. We'll be fine. Do we have here? Ooh, crikey. The nearby crystals light the cracked mosaic floor in shades of orange, and at certain angles the metallic symbol beneath your feet gleams gold. As you look on, the air shimmers as if with summer heat. The very dust and air seem to pull you together until a thin, glowing mist appears before you. In its rippling gleam, you sometimes think you can see the shape of a man, features rendered in broad strokes of air and smoke. Who are you? Your voice sparks movement. The spirit surges with a sudden blazing light, and in the next moment you are somewhere else, your mind assailed with a sudden wave of fear and noise. You are in the chapter hall. Priests and faithful have gathered in a great crowd. Spilling into the hall, bodies press against you, surging forward to listen. Your own grief is mirrored in the faces around you. Some of the initiates are weeping. Someone has snuffed the candles, and the room is dark, save for the podium. Lit from behind, two people stand before it, lit in its silhouette. A man is shouting, a voice so ragged with fear you cannot understand what he says, but the rectrix stands calm, unmoved. Her strength will see you all through these dark times. You feel that hope like a spark behind your ribs. Somewhere behind you, someone begins to sing. The spirit tears itself from you with a sudden dizzying force, and you find yourself back before the ruined altar, swaying. The spirit fades as suddenly as it appeared. Crikey. The face of this statue has had most of its features struck off, along with portions of its hands. The red-brown smears flake away under the toe of your boot. Some bad shit has gone down here. That is for certain, I think. Ah, there's another scolder. Die, foul little rat creature. You know what, honestly, I'm tempted to put slow-mo back on as the default. Gotten used to a slower rate of combat recently. How do I do it? It's an auto pause, isn't it? Combat auto slow, there we go.
Yes?
I'll take that scolder here, because I can make stuff with it. Speaking of making stuff, actually. Did I make any scrolls? Prayer against fear. Seals the mind of allies in the area of effect against all external fears, granting immunity to the frightened and terrified afflictions. What about potions? Potion of iron skin. Oh. Nice. Oops, I meant to hit close, not craft. Alright, we got a potion of iron skin now. That's a thing. Two of them, actually. And I'm now probably almost out of gold. Yes, I thought so.
Yes?
These prayer scrolls are coated in a thick layer of grime and dust.
It's no trouble. There you go.
A warhammer. Guess we'll take it. Since there's no carry weight in this game, something that I am extremely pleased about. The Book of Verses. I think we picked up a book last time that I meant to read as well, actually. Oh, Wanderer, hear me. It's giving me bloody Elminster flashbacks, that is. I'll take that and the Great Western Stag. I'll take these. I'll have a reading session at some point. Hello. Have we a fine sword? A fine sword, if I do say so myself, sir. Is it better than what you're currently using? Your saber. Accuracy versus deflection. Properties sharp, properties fine. What's the difference between sharp and fine? Don't honestly know which one's better. That's what that one's worth a hell of a lot more. I'm going to assume for now it's just better. I mean, it's got an enchantment thing. Whatever. You can use this. Enjoy. Oh, God. And here as well. Or do we already loot this one? No, apparently not. Monsters of the Dead Fire Archipelago. Well, sure, that'll be useful information if I play the sequel. Nice. Yeah, but I only play one game of this type at a time. So it's not an issue, though, is it? So... As Angus has just helpfully pointed out, yeah. You whack him with that staff, Nettle. You show him who's boss. Nice. Vermin have scoured these plates, though mold still grows in green, black clumps across the table. Yeah, I know about pressing S for slow mode. I figured this out in the last stream. What's in the box? A trap is what's in the box. Rip. That sucks. Ow. Gowns pledge. Oh, that's endurance. That's not health.
I'm here.
Damn it. Fucking traps. What was in here then? Amulet of health. Max endurance. And scroll of mana letters, minor missiles, and a garnet. Jasper. That to you. Oh, already wearing that. It takes up the cloak slot, huh? It doesn't actually do anything, so you can wear that instead. Weird that it takes up the same slot as a cloak, honestly. Oh, for heaven's sake, no. You can switch back to your damn rod for a while, I think.
Stand together.
Now you're on half flipping health.
I'd be glad to.
Oh god. That's a big scolder.
I'm here.
Alright, let's get some Eldritch Blasts or whatever you want to call them. There we go.
I'm here.
Oh, crikey, hello. That's the thing. A haze fills the air, coalescing steadily into a blur of dust and mist. It gathers into the outline of what appears to be a dwarf, a shimmering echo that fades in and out of sight. But stronger than sight is the sense within you of a powerful energy. It roils and seethes with a grief that seems to spill into your own thoughts, tainting them until the sorrow is your own. Like a crashing wave, the energy surges towards you, and into you, and suddenly you are elsewhere. Before you is a brightly lit stone corridor lined with torches and gleaming crystals. You're running, your footsteps echoing off the stone around you. You forgot to tie your sandals, and they're slipping from your feet, fouling your steps. You're late, again. The rite's going to begin without you. You hear the tolling of a bell, and your spirits lift as you recognize the familiar, warped tone of the right hand, representing the first of the dawn stars to appear in the night sky and the last to fade in the dawn light. You pray fiercely that this is the first of the chimes and not the last. The lights fade, as does the memory, and when your eyes clear, the spirit is gone. A powerful odor of spices rises from one of these dishes. Vibrant dyes and grain seeds fill the others. We have a pool of water. And seemingly not a lot else.
I'll see what I can find.
Spot anything else? Does not like it. Let's do a quick save. The door to the lower floor appears to be sealed with some enchantment. There is a set of bells beside the door which may play a part in opening it. Yeah, we just had that memory about chimes, right? Didn't we? 3 bells hang from the stone protrusion that runs along this wall. Years of dust and grime coat the metal. There is one large bell at the center, flanked by 2 smaller ones. Examine the bells. The bells appear to be fully intact. They are made of thick iron and look very heavy. There doesn't appear to be much out of the ordinary about them. If I'd paid more attention to that little vision, I'd probably know what to do at this point. I'm going to leave for now, though. Anything I've missed? These collapsed stones are pocked with burrows and narrow crevices. Claw marks and dung mark the passage of beasts. Indeed. Beasts. That's a boarded up doorway. We'll get through there. Actually, no, we can. We can go around this way. Ah, spiderling! Destroy it. There we go.
I shall be discreet.
Any traps? No? Good. Initiate's note. This parchment is relatively intact, but the ink upon it has faded. You can make out a few patches of careful, tidy script. Visitors to the ritual floor. Rectrix Obrika says, redemption for even these. Forgotten struck the largest bell first rather than second. The rest is legible. Strike the largest bell first rather than you gotta strike the largest bell second. It would seem. Ah, camping supplies. Marvellous. Sorry, Spiderling. You're in trouble. Although, I mean, it's bigger. There we go. Hit Adair for 7 pierce damage. And sickened him for 6 seconds. Well, that sucks. It's only temporary. Oh, another one.
Yes?
Blast it. Just for fun. I don't know why. Poof.
I'm here.
This pile of furniture is branded with scorch marks. Of Jasper and a letter home. Mother, I have asked Brother Edric to carry this letter to you, for he travels to New Haomar come morning. With him goes what coin I have, and I hope it will ease the surprise of an unexpected homecoming. For I mean to follow in a few days' time. Our village is much changed, and though I do not wish for you to worry, I do not feel it is safe to remain. I know Rectrix Obrika will not approve, but the letter trails off here. Whoever sat here left in a hurry. Ink has dripped across the scroll, obscuring its contents.
I'd be glad to.
We are going to go upstairs to the tavern where we shall rest. Because I want to get my health back before we go downstairs. I could use camping supplies probably to rest down there, but that's just a waste of camping supplies when there's an inn right here.
Greetings.
I'd like a room, please. The common room, I think. It's the only one I could afford.
How do you do?
What do you have to sale? I could hire more people to fill out our party for the sake of doing this dungeon. But A, don't have much money, and B, solid. Playing on easy as it is. Shouldn't really need to, I don't think. So... Sell that. Maybe sell this saber? Yeah, sell the saber. Now the stash contains a few bits and bobs we don't need. I can't sell the money. I can't sell the piglet. That would just be wrong. Jasper. You see, the thing is, it's an alchemical ingredient, but at the same time, it's like, get a lot of money for it, you know? I'll sell the garnet. At least. There we go. Put a bit more money in our pockets. Not much, but it's something. Right, it's night time, but back into the evil, horrible dungeon we go. Because we're adventurers and we do stupid shit like that all the time. There is something about the 2D background dungeons in these games, I have to admit. Something I quite like about it. I think it's because it reminds me of old D&D dungeon tiles, actually. And luckily, they've designed them big enough in this game so that you don't have the old Baldur's Gate 1 pathing issues that you used to have. That was truly awful. Right, now we got these bells to sort of figure out, so... What's this little thing you've got on there at the minute? Defender. Oh. Right. Ring the left smaller bell. The bell tolls a high piercing note of startling power. The tone echoes merrily through the halls until it seems that a dozen chirping notes ring through the temple. Ring the middle bell? You heave at the bell as it swings back in the other direction. The clapper strikes a low, powerful note against the heavy iron. You feel the ringing in your chest as the sound moves through the ruined halls in a tolling tide. And the right smaller bell. The bell sounds a strange, warbling peal that grows to a painful shrillness before it diminishes to a mournful chime. Mournful chime? Mournful chime. Strange hush falls upon the room, muting the sound of the bells and the eternal drip of damp stone alike, and then a sudden dissonant toll sounds from the bells, so loud and piercing you are compelled to cover your ears. I think I did it wrong. And then at last silence once more. Yeah, I screwed it up. Alright, done screwed it up. Didn't pay enough attention to this vision thing that appeared in here and now it's gone. I've done this bloody puzzle before. I've done, like, spoilers, guys, but I've done this dungeon before in a previous attempted playthrough of this game. You know, when it first came out, I did play a bit of the game. And I did this entire dungeon, and now I can't sodding remember how to do the bells puzzle. I think we should look through some of the books we found, actually, personally. I think that's probably a good idea. Let's see. Book of Verses. Not so useful then. Not instruct the largest bell first rather than second. The largest bell has to be second, we know that much. Trial and error is indeed an option, yeah.
No trouble.
Lockpick failed.
Not sure how I feel about this.
Bother. Not sure how those stats there actually work.
Not sure how I feel about this.
Mechanics 9, lockpick 3, 10, lockpick 1, 11, lockpick 0? Is it talking about our character stats? I assume it must be. Oh, I don't know. That didn't work. There we go. There's a quiet melodic chime from all three bells before their discordant voices meet in one powerful rising rush of sound. Seems to fill the whole of the temple in a driving flood of song that drowns all other thought. As the tolling fades, you hear a creak from the direction of the doors as the passage to the lowest level swings open. Huzzah! Hooray for trial and error! Down we go. Need at least 9 mechanics, and if you had that, you could pick up the lock with 3 lockpicks. Oh, is that what it means? Okay, gotcha. I understand now.
Now it's strange looking back. All the time I spent here growing up. Never seeing what was coming.
Oh, bloody hell, it's a shadow. I say we throw some magic at it. Immediately.
I'm here.
That sorted it out. All right. Okay, door here. Another one. Oh, not that. No, 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 no. Stop it. Stop it.
Yes.
Oops. Just did it on the floor behind him. Nice if you could target the guy himself. There we go.
Yes.
Gotcha. Wish I could hotkey these arcane assault things.
I'm here. At once.
Okay.
It's no trouble. Hope that helps.
Fine Estoc. Interesting. I'm not sure we have a need for it right now, but suppose we could use it instead of the quarterstaff. Slow two-handed. Sod it, why not? Sword mage it is.
I'm here.
Although for the minute,
I'm here.
you can switch it out for your rod.
Absolutely.
Because honestly... Oh. Balls! Because honestly... For most little encounters, it's better to have both the wizards hanging back while Adair kind of tanks all the stuff. Because we can use Arcane Assault plenty of times per encounter. Like twice per encounter, you know, that's great, pretty great to spam. Whereas her combat-related stuff, like infused with Vital Essence and the parasitic staff,
I'm here.
you know, those are, you know, per rest, so... Probably overthinking this a bit much for easy difficulty, mind you, but, you know. Let's give this to you.
Yes.
And we're back in here. Ah, hello. Oh no, wrong person.
Yes.
Nice. Let's wait for them to catch up and aha! Arcane assault time, my friend. Friends.
How may I help?
Oh, come on. There we go. Gotcha.
I'm here.
Spirit residue. Faint ethereal wisps of soul energy made manifest. I think we'll take that.
Keep an eye out.
Aha! Traps! How can we disarm it? With Nettle's crazy mechanic skill, hell yes. Cloak of an Aethasian priest. Huh. You want to wear it? Well, would you rather wear it instead of that? Like, probably not. You've just got regular cape. You can wear that. Not sure how much role-playing sense it makes to go around wearing an Aethasian cloak around the place, but sod it. Oh, hello! You didn't like that very much, did you? Well.
I'm here. I'm here. Yes.
You know what? It's S-Talk time, motherfucker. Book smash. Didn't really work. Does the book smash only work if you're actually equipped with the book?
Yes.
I mean, it would make sense if it did. Bollocks.
Yes.
Brigandine. Now. Yeah, I think so. Isn't Nettle wearing a brigandine? She is? Well, the question is, do we want him to wear the brigandine, or do we want him to wear the special armor? Which is, you know, has this really cool little effect on it. He's not really struggling, to be honest with you, with it. So I think, I tell you what, you can wear that instead for now. Aloth, on the other hand, well, he's fine as well, honestly.
Yes?
A pressing need to upgrade right now.
I'll see what I can find.
Nothing else in here, is there really? Right.
I'm here.
You're definitely not going to use the S-Dog for
I'm
now.
here.
The question is, how do we get in here? Probably through a secret door or something, I imagine. We were told there were a few around, so...
I'll see what I can find.
Oh, hello. Oh, there's a lot of you. Okay. Now might be a good time to start using some proper spells. Any decent abilities you could use? Chill fog.
How bad?
Actually, I think we'll be fine. And how about you back that up with Sunless Grasp? Well, you have to get pretty close for that.
Who say you are?
Breathe through Lickna! Yes?
Cool. Oh, look, the floor's all sparkly and frosty. Okay, just maybe get out of that. Okay. Well. A grinding noise beneath your feet and the rush of water. Did I just totally flick that switch for no good reason whatsoever? Why, yes I did. Cheeky little git. How dare you?
Curses!
I'm here.
Any traps? Paranoid about boxes now. Do, 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 do. Chill fog affect allies? Well, it affected Nettle herself, so one assumes, yeah, I suppose it does. This letter is fairly intact, though the parchment itself has been crumpled. Jester, I know that the temple baths boast great healing properties and that your back ails you still. Still, I would ask that if you are to indulge for the greater part of the day, you give over your key to the sanctum to someone else for safekeeping. This is not the first time we have been forced to wait to perform the day's rites, and Rectrix Obrica is often too far below to hear our knocking. Ooh. Silver coins.
Yes?
More ooze. Oh no.
That's it!
Dog is just chilling around doing like whatever, man.
Stand together!
Slap. How do you stab ooze? I mean, you know, just saying. It's ooze. What do we find down here?
I shall be discreet.
We find this. With a gleaming silver key in it. Clearly that's to allow us to get into somewhere near here. These are the rooms, perhaps? Or like this one, for example. I'll tell you what. We'll explore that later. What about this one? Phantom.
That's embarrassing.
Aye?
Magic missile! Except it's not really magic missile, but you know what I mean. Tis a missile that is magical, okay?
How may I help?
The idea. Can we kill this bastard? I mean, honestly. There we go.
I'm here.
Nice and quiet.
Uh-huh. Ah! The secret thing! Bloodstone, amethyst, agate, copper pound. And you know, the funny thing is, that was totally by accident. I meant to hit tab instead. It is not within our natures to forgive those who seek redemption, seek a long and winding path. Blah, 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 so on and so forth. A road which takes us down into the very hollows of our soul and asks us to reflect upon the fractured aspects of ourselves.
I'll see what I can find.
Lots of I'm noticing lots of like out of place bricks now as a result of that. Like, Well, since Adair is in such a terrible state right now, I think we're going to go back up to the tavern and rest a bit more. We're doing this Morrowind style, bitches. Clearing a dungeon in one evening? Fuck that. We're going to take an entire week to do it. See how the pathfinding gets on if I just click that. Surprisingly well, as it turns out. Wouldn't be able to do that in Baldur's Gate. It'd get stuck on a wall somewhere. Oh, hello there, dude, who's been stood there for like the last 3 days. In the entrance pit. You'd think he'd be like, well, go and meet me at the tavern when you're done or something. But no, he's just going to stand there the entire time.
Welcome.
Common room it is. Dave seems to like isometric-oriented games. Honestly, mate, it is not as clear-cut as all that. There are some isometric-oriented games which I have not got on with very well at all. It's, yeah, no, there's more to it than that, I'm afraid. Personally, I tend to prefer first-person games. If I'm given the option of playing virtually the same game, but I'm allowed to play it isometric or in a first-person perspective, I will pick first-person every day of the week. Much prefer it. However, I can appreciate that that requires significantly more budget to achieve. stands at the entrance to judge you every time you have to leave for drinks at the tavern. It's like, he's got his arms crossed, tapping one of his feet impatiently. Right. Now all we have left down here is this area, I think. Although, to be honest with you, I've probably missed plenty of stuff already. Just because I'm not patient enough to sit around hitting the Alt button in every 5 feet of the dungeon. S-Doc time. Let's go nuts. Do the book slam. Do the book slam. Do the book slam. Doesn't seem to work. It's missed twice in a row now, that. Oh well.
I'm here.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I mean, I can see why melee wizards are totally a thing in this game. I mean, just look at the hit point difference. He's a fighter. She's a wizard. She's got 60 points. He's got 106. If this was D&D, he'd have 106 and she'd have 30 points of health. Ooze! Even more ooze! Who knows? Book slam of doom.
Yes.
You just do the wrong damn thing.
Yes.
Stabby stab. You have had it, my dear oozy friend. Well, the brigandine she's wearing is probably most of the reason she's attacking and doing everything so slowly, but at the same time it's also keeping her alive, so... Still, dark waters are reflective as black glass.
Certainly.
One might almost say it's a black mirror. Mm-hmm.
I'll see what I can find.
Ah. The screech of metal and a snapping noise as you pull the lever. What's that? Oh my.
Keeping an eye out.
Let's, This stand rocks unsteadily on its base. It seems that the mechanism is broken. We'll be back in just a second. What does the bestiary say about ooze? Good question. You do not own the stronghold yet. Spoilers game. God. An ooze is a mobile carnivorous mold that develops in dark, dank places that experience little to no regular traffic. Oozes feed off of ambient bacteria, fungi, and small insects as they grow. They begin to seek larger prey, including humans, once they reach the size of a dog. Like all living creatures, they have a measure of soul essence, but their lack of intelligence and a true nervous system makes them mindlessly aggressive and difficult to deter. Their viscosity and mobility enable them to perform surprisingly nimble attacks, and they are capable of spitting corrosive enzymes to break down flesh and armor. Some of the more dangerous variants of the species are disease vectors, making any confrontation with them especially perilous. Diseases.
Yes.
Gotta love a bit of mummy rot, haven't you, at the end of the day? Something of that nature. You guys are looking increasingly purple. Let us fight, then!
Yeah.
And the book slam continues to miss. Also, fall the fuck back. Your endurance is, like, almost out. I was probably unnecessary, but never mind. More scalded ears. Wizard's double potion. Ooh. Why can't I? Can you even make 2, 4, and 6 of these? Or I can't just make 1? Whatever. Got more potions I will forget to use, as I always do. Ooh, Pilgrim's Lasting Vigil. Hey there, my dude. Have a snazzy helmet.
I'm here.
That goes up. Let's go back to the frickin' charnel house down here then. The light rises from the bones as you approach. You have a moment to register the faintest image of a standing figure. Features a blur of mist or smoke before the world tilts. It is as if you have stepped sideways and into a new life. You are racing down a flight of stairs, following a weaving circle of torchlight. Your own panting breaths are loud in your ears. Panic and your robes alike foul your steps, and you nearly stumble before a hand reaches out to grip your arm and steady you. A fellow acolyte who smiles encouragement as you reach the bottom. You run around and past the shallow reflection pools that marks the lowest point of the temple, following the dark shapes of the older priests as they lead the way towards the narrow hall that leads to the vault. You pass one of the torchbearers as you go. The harsh illumination of the flames reveals a familiar face. For a moment your awareness spans time and identity, and you think Wyrton has joined you, here at the bottom of the temple. In the memory, he glances at you for a moment, and then looks past at someone else. I'll come back once they're gone, he's saying. You're being pressed along by the crowd, and his words are growing faint. Just keep quiet, we can't take any chances. Inside the vault, golden relics gleam like welcoming stars. The memory twists, jarring you loose from one moment and plunging you into another like a flung doll. There is only darkness around you now. You think yourself blinded until the knowledge settles onto you like a cloak. The candles have all burnt away. You know now, too, with a sick certainty, that nobody is coming. There is a cracking noise somewhere to your left, a wet, slurping gurgle and a ragged sob. You cannot see, and so you cannot know which brother or sister has fallen and which digs after what water a body may provide. You hear in the faint murmuring to your right the familiar cadence of prayer, but you no longer recognize the words. You're too tired to do harm. The thirst is like fire within you. Your tongue is thick in your throat, and every breath is a struggle that leeches strength from you. There is a light, they said, at the end of every bout of darkness, but this one does not end. The spirit releases you, and you come back to yourself in pieces. Your vision clears, and the vault around you is revealed once more, cast in muted hues by the sickly illumination of the soul, still drifting like fading fog. Fear wafts off the spirit in waves, fraying at your own emotions. I'm sorry, I hope you find some peace in the next life. The spirit seems to withdraw into itself. You sense less of its fear and confusion as it recedes, but the soul lingers still. No matter how many times I see you staring off at nothing, it doesn't get less weird. Gather the remains. You spend a few moments gathering up what you can find at the bones of the priests. It proves a heavy and gruesome burden, but you manage to recover them all. Ugh. They got locked in here, and no one came, and they ate each other. Some full-out New Vegas levels of... Fuck that, that's some guy 2000 levels of dark, that is, Jesus. We need another pry bar. A lesser-known aspect of the god Aethys, Gowan represents the cyclical nature of life and the seasons and is often portrayed as a farmer wielding a scythe. He enjoys popularity among more rural followers of Aethys who are drawn to his varying identities as a provider, shepherd of the dead, and defender against injustice. Gowan's share is said to have been crafted by a distraught Deerwooden smith after the destruction of his home by a Glenfathan raiding party. Upon arriving at a neighbouring settlement, the smith immediately set about his work, intending to craft a weapon suited to righting the wrongs done to his village. Toiling over several weeks, he was able to fashion a heavy flail covered in small sickle-shaped blades, with which he was determined to send any returning invaders into the afterlife. Interesting. You know what? Use that for a bit.
I'm here.
Keeping an eye out.
Am I missing anything in here?
Look there.
Oh, apparently, yeah. Scroll of Tanglefoot, Potion of Spirit Shield, turquoise, and some coppers.
I shall be discreet.
Okay. Some of the gold leaf on these relics is chipped away to reveal the wood beneath. There are tooth marks upon one of the bowls. Ugh. Let's get out of this horrid place. As you step over the circle of candles, you hear a rattling clunk from the wall nearby. The door slides open with a grinding rasp of stone. Aha! Candles flicker gently as you approach. There is a gap above the altar, lined with broken glass, where a mirror may once have been set into the wall.
The candles are still burning. Not bad for a dead god.
What's all this for?
Redemption. They got this whole right for when you come of age. They take you by the hand and you descend through the temple with your eyes covered, and that's supposed to be like a wicked life. They don't tell you where you're going. I was sweating like crazy when I did mine. They take you to that reflecting pool back there, and you're allowed to look at it so you can face your sins. Then, you come out into this room, and they uncover your eyes again, and everyone's there to greet you, all your friends and family. It's like you've been redeemed. You light your candle, and it burns with the others. Never had a feeling better than that my whole life. The candles are still burning. Not bad for a dead god.
Leave it alone. I snuff the candles. I don't see why I would.
It was nice to see those candles still burning. I figured they'd have gone out by now.
Right.
Greetings.
Whitton smiles nervously as you approach. Think I've sorted out the worst of it. Arm's hurting a little less. He hesitates. You were down there a while. Did you find anything? His eyes dart constantly about the ruins. Yeah. You're a bit bloody shifty and with good flipping reason. You lied to me. What? Whitton grins uncertainly. I was clear about everything, the risk involved. Is that what you mean? I did say there'd be spiders, and I'll pay you, of course, for the trouble. You're very nervous for an honest man. Something weighing on your conscience, maybe. Whitton opens his mouth to protest, but something in your expression stops him. He swallows nervously and looks away. His voice, when he speaks, is small. How did you... That place is full of shadows, spirits of those you killed. That's not... He eyes you fearfully. I didn't kill them. Right up until the end, You don't understand. I tried to help them. I did. Every day, every single day, I went to that temple and I warned them. I told them that they were playing with fire and Radric wouldn't be patient forever. And every time they'd shrug it off, like I didn't know what I was talking about, like it wasn't costing me. It's coming in to try and help them. I could have been arrested right alongside them. You worked for Radric. Winton gives a bleak laugh. Yes, but not anymore. It's been a long time since I held a blade. He hesitates. I knew what was coming. It was their own damn stupidity that kept them in there. I couldn't understand. Every warning I gave, they ignored. The Rectrix, she said they'd be reborn anyhow, so it didn't matter. So she got what she wanted, a martyrdom. Radric ordered us to round them up, lock them in the cells. I convinced them to hide at least. They have that vault full of old relics, gold and such. I thought they could hide in there, and once the guards left, they'd have something to sell for passage out of the Deerwood back to Ada. But when I told the men that the priests had already gone, they ordered the temple sealed. Couldn't get in again. Winton shakes his head. There was nothing I could do. Adair's eyes are wide, disbelieving. Nothing you could do but tell someone. Get the town together, organize a rescue. I'd have dug them out with my own hands if I'd known. They were some of the last decent folk left in this hole. Now all we've got left is people like you. Why did you send me down there? Because if Lord Radric means to have the temple cleared, they would have found the bones eventually. They'd know I lied to them when I said the priests left, and I'd hang. Winton's shoulders sag. I don't know if Radric would have killed them. Maybe they'd be languishing in cells now. Maybe they'd be off somewhere in the Empire and I'd have a night's peace. I told you the way of it. I told you what happened. Guess it's your turn now to make a decision. Not too late to make amends. Winton lets out the breath he was holding. I'm not sure that's true. It's been years now. What am I supposed to do? Bury their bones. Try to lead a better life than you have so far. Winton looks at the remains. He runs a hand through his hair, letting out another ragged breath. I can do that. I can. I'll lay them to rest. Try and do right by them somehow. Thank you, truly, for what you've done, giving me a second chance. I'll put it to good use. Felt like I was being a bit lenient there, but... oh well.
I'm here. Yes? Certainly.
Right. Well, there's that place taken care of. Flipping grim as it was. And that's the only thing keeping us here, I think, at this point. I guess we'll go rest in the inn again and then get out of this shithole, basically. Because we've got a few places to go at this point. I'll check the journal, actually, a second. We need to get to there as part of the sort of main quest, but we've got some other stuff to do.
Yes? At once.
Hail and well met.
Alright, so... back in the journal. Oh, Maybe not. Quests, that's what I want. Buried secrets. Oh, we've done that. Shipment. Yeah, we're going to go to the Black Meadow for this one. And travel to Anslug's compass and speak to Melaranga. South to Anslug's compass. Okay, south. And southeast. Right. South and southeast. That's where we're headed. Right. So. It's a young wolf. And it's about to be a dead wolf. There it is. And now we have its hide. Excuse me, folks. I've been up since quite early today. Since the yawning. That flower I can grab? No. Oh, but that's a person. Who the devil are you? Oh, hello there. Begging your pardon, but you gave me a good fright. I thought I heard something rustling through the bush. Suppose that was just you. Silly of me. I suppose you happen to need some supplies. I thought I'd make my way over to Madmer Bridge, but I'm starting to think I'd be better off heading back to town and getting a few more folks together. Better safe than sorry, right? Say, did you hear something? That will be your famous last words, quite possibly, good sir. Yep, here it comes. Every time in an RPG. Say, do you hear something? Cue enemies immediately. Every time. Why, every star in the sky, thank you. I've never seen these beasts so bold before. Strange times we're in. Here, take these. I'm headed back to Gilded Vale for certain, and you could make better use of them. You have gained 3 potions of minor endurance. Marvelous. Got lots of potions now. Now I believe what? Put it in my inventory, not in the stash. That way it's actually bloody useful. Apparently I have a fireball trap. I don't remember getting that from anywhere. But that's the thing I have now. There.
I'm here.
I like the physics of this flail moving around there. Aha. Hello there.
Saw you in the flames.
Yeah, I'll be with you in a second, mate. I was just trying to click on this. West to Gilded Vale, south to Anslog's Compass, east to Black Meadow. Right. Squatting at the base of this statue is an incredibly ugly man, with bulging red cheeks, raked by pox scars and a scraggly beard. He is sweating as if he has a fever, but his breathing is measured and steady, like a slow push of a blacksmith's bellows. But that comparison feels strange and unwelcome. The next comparison, possibly sparked by his grin, is that of a bear trap. And then out of nowhere, there is the hint of alchemical fire that fades almost as soon as you identify the smell.
Come to pray at the statue?
The question mark is barely there. As the man makes the statement, the statue takes on a reddish cast, as if one is holding a torch to it, then slowly blossoms into waving flames. The man doesn't turn as the statue blossoms into fire.
The others are welcome, but it's best if just you and I trade words, and your shadows stay quiet. Hands off their weapons, both arcane and steel. It's only you I want to trade words with anyway. I swear before the whore that is Margaret, no harm will come to you in her shadow, if that's enough of a promise for you. If not...
Study the man. Sudden weaving flames from the statue of Magran cast more light on his features. The man's robes are dirty, stained with grease and other marks of the road. The hems of his robes, including the sleeves, are burned at the edges as if he walked a great distance across a fire, then reached into the flames with his hands to pull something out. But while his hands are thick and calloused, they bear no burn or scorch marks. The weaving firelight from the statue gives off no heat, so much so you wonder if it is some trick of the mind. The ugly man before you doesn't seem to notice it or feel it, although the sheen on his brow is still present. It's as if he's burning up from within. The staff looks thick, stout, of blackened ash, once burned by a terrible fire. Beneath the ash, the lines in the wood bear shapes and patterns, and there is a certainty the staff was once something far more dangerous, but not now. Strange choice of company. Stone seems like cold comfort. The man smiles slightly at your words, then nods, never taking his eyes off you. I could do better, though the road holds little else. His eyes run the length of your frame, and he follows it with a sneer. Until now.
The world holds many whores we worship. Respect comes with honest titles. I bet even you have gone against instinct in exchange for a little copper, or paid for such in countless ways. But if I give offense, if words are all that are left to a man, then why in the Deerwood of all places he should have leave to speak them?
I didn't catch your name or why you want to speak with me.
I didn't give it. You probably find names as useless as I do. The names that litter this world like debris are hard enough to wrap around the tongue. And what do they matter? It's what's beneath the skin and the letters I care about. What burns within. It's more important to me you're a watcher than whatever culture or accent decorates your letters like awkward crowns. Take pride in your actions, not where you hail from, or how your name rolls off whatever liar's tongue coats it now. If you need a title to hang on me to match your own, Watcher, then call me Durance. And as you observe souls, I test them.
How did you know I was a watcher? Durance shakes his head, and his hand curls tightly on his staff. I can see the questions bubbling up. Let's burn them away, one by one.
I am a missionary. I walk this diseased nation with its heathen, its people so careless with the spirits of others and their own, watchers among them. Yes, I know you for what you are, and your name doesn't interest me. Names are for honest folk, and you are a crack that shines light from another place. We're meant to travel together, you and I. Saw you in the flames. Not your face, but that soul of yours, all tightened up like a huntsman's knot.
You saw my soul in the flames.
There's things we can teach each other, if you're in need of answers to your mantle of questions. I don't force my words on anyone other than you. I don't care who walks with you or what their muling problems and politics are. There's enough howling in the world without me stoking that fire. I won't take from your provisions, don't need much on the road. I can carry my weight, which is considerable. Many will stand against you. They probably already have, from what I can see. Left their marks, it seems. Like a trail, worming its way behind you.
What kind of marks?
Disease? Spirit wind? Both could have touched you, yet here you stand. As for disease, not all of us were close to water when the pox hit, but it's no longer a passenger in my flesh. It left its marks as well. But like flames, the pox doesn't strike twice, nor is it catching.
If your stone mistress there allows it, then come on.
Her? Don't fear her jealousy. Let us see what the road holds, Watcher.
I'm here.
Another party member. And I think at this point we've pretty much gotten as far as I ever got with this game the first time I tried it out. And what is going on with this blooming formation right here? Good heavens. There we go.
I'm here.
Probably makes a modicum of sense, I suppose. So, Durance, what in the balls even are you? He's a priest. Lots of bags of resolve, it seems. Oh, a boatload of spells.
What?
Oh yeah, loads of them. Loads of the buggers. God, there's a lot to catch up on here actually with this guy.
If it makes you rest easier.
So, well, might as well treat it like we're playing Baldur's Gate and go off and randomly explore the wilderness for no good reason at all. I sort of thought I said bear for a second, and I was like, that's a small bear. What's he equipped with it, by the way? Let's have a look. What you got there? You got a rod and Durance's staff. Interesting. I suppose you fancy wearing some proper armor, do you? Oh, it's still technically in combat. Right, now that you're not in combat. Using +2 Constitution, which is pretty good, I suppose. Damage reduction for burn. There's a big difference between DR3 and DR10, I gotta be honest. Right, Enchanting looks fun, but... Sweet Christ, is it expensive! I'll let him carry on with his robes for now, I guess.
I'm here.
Laying low.
Ah, Blade of Ardra. Your reflection warps and twists in the live, gleaming Ardra. Oh, hello. You've got a fine greatsword. Good heavens. How does that compare? Six of one, half a dozen of the other with these two, to be honest. This one's got a nice 5 DR bypass. Whereas this is slash and pierce damage instead of just pierce damage. Yeah, I'll probably stick with the F-stock, to be honest with you. The DR reduction's pretty cool.
I'm here.
Oh. Give me them flowers. Very old school original Baldur's Gate, this game, in the sense that there's lots of exterior areas to run around in. Or at least it seems that way to me so far. Lots of running around in fields. Oh, hello, forest troll. How you doing? God, even the trolls in this game look kind of creepy compared to D&D. Who did I just tell to? No. Do that. Armor of Faith. Yeah, why not?
I'm here.
Here's a lesson to be taught.
Some cool spells, man. Holy Radiance. There we go. Hey, we got him.
I'm here.
Troll skin. Lovely. Hide of a troll is formed of what appears to be several layers of thin vines, plants, and mulch, forming a thick, nearly impenetrable skin. What do we have here? Dead dude? Chewed letter, eh? This piece of parchment is torn and flecked with blood and troll spittle. What little of it remains reads, "Worried he may have come to harm. Once I reach Defiance Bay, I will hire guides to take me back west in safety and see if we cannot find Fulvano. At present, I regret my eagerness to be away from Gilded Vale. It is very dark." Right, it's dark and full of trolls, apparently. Congrats, Angus. Well done. Get ready for the third year clusterfuck, I suppose. Right, hello there. General Kenobi. There, that one. Get that one. Well then. It's a gold-packed paladin. And someone called Ludrana. Well, you know what I think of you? I think I need to smite you. That's what I think. In fact, I'm going to use a goddamn spell on you. Oh, cripes. Buffing time! Buffing time! Epic staff of epicness, now go fight! Probably complete and utter overkill. Completely, and we just set our own dudes on fire to boot. But it was cool, and therefore it was not a waste. Ludrana's Grimoire. Ooh, it's a spellbook. Marvellous. Let's see, I was told about this. Kind of expensive, though. Like, very expensive. Try that. Guess we'll keep it for now. Ludrana's orders. Seems I have no choice but to provide you with instruction. Radric's forces are spread thin, and the road through the wilds to the south of Gilded Vale lies unguarded. Given these favourable circumstances, I'm sure that even you can manage to handle a peasant or two. The archers tell me that Kolsk's men made south after their escape. If you should happen to retrieve one of their number, I may be convinced to forgive your previous mistakes. For the last time, you are to keep clear of Defiance Bay. Know that if you cannot be trusted to acquire a useful specimen with even a modicum of discretion, I have no qualms whatsoever about using what materials I have at my disposal instead. Oh. Yes, it's feeling very Baldur's Gate right now. Goldrod Chew. Stable of the Deerwood and countryside, Goldrod Chew is a favourite of farmers who swear by the minor boost in energy it provides. Those who use it often find they feel sluggish when they stop. The chew is made from the root of the golden celery plant. Golden celery, I see. Oh no, we've stripped them completely of everything. Didn't do anything. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, again, it'd be decent armor, but it doesn't bring you back to life when you get knocked down and killed, does it? So it ain't as good. However, that said, I might give Nettle this mail armor because it reduces her recovery speed a little bit. I mean, it increases it rather.
Yes.
Should be a little bit more useful for her right now. It's deer. Run, deer, run for your life. You're lucky I don't need to hunt you in this game. Isn't that kind of RPG, it seems. Alright, well, go here first, I guess. Just cosmetic. Yeah, I guess so. I wondered if it was a bit like D&D, you know, where gives you a concentration bonus or something like that. Have we? Yeah. 2 villagers stand by one of the tide pools. They are breathing harshly, yet clearly winded, and look up nervously as you approach.
Gods keep you.
If you're here to fish as we were, stranger, you'll want to avoid the compass proper. Dwarven woman points to the southeast. Her companion shakes his head. A lot of ships wind up spread across the rocks here, so we don't think much of the wreckage until we heard something. A terrible noise. I thought it was maybe a survivor, but he wasn't alive. Moving, but not truly alive. She shudders. It was awful. What do you mean? What did you see? Corpses. Walking corpses. We don't want any part of it, whatever the cause. Might be we can find something in these tide pools and then we're headed straight home. What are you two doing out here? Fishing, of course, except I lost my fishing rod when I flung it at the head of one of those monsters. We were looking the tide pools over and thought we'd try our luck down by the rocks. Got the fright of our lives. We'll have to make do with the nets here or go hungry. You said there are a lot of shipwrecks here. The woman nods. All the time. It's a lovely place, but dangerous as anything to sail. Good fishing most days. She wipes her brow. I think we'll look further up the coast next time. Farewell. Good tidings to you. Wait, do you hear that? Oh, not again. Wait, do you hear that? You said the magic words. Oh, it's a bunch of not kobolds. Gods, what a mess. Thank you for your help, stranger. It was a not kobold. What am I doing? Take the lot. We have no carry capacity in this game. Take it all! Ugh. Do a quick save. Now then, what was I doing here precisely? In Gilded Vale, I met Kalisha's sister, Alfra. Alfra is expecting a child and is worried that she too will give birth to a hollowborn, as have many unlucky women before her. Sorry guys, my tongue is dying in my mouth right now. I've been talking like non-stop all day recording. It's just it's slightly hard work. I gotta be honest with you at this point, trying to read all this shit out. Apologies. And is worried that she too will give birth to a hollowborn, as have many unlucky women before her. She has asked me to travel south to Anslug's Compass, where I can find Ranga, a midwife who is said to know a way to ensure that Alpha's child retains its soul. Oh my god. Blah, blah, blah. Dragony looking skulls. Oh no! Whatever shall we do? It's a Zorip. Oh, it's 2 of them. Oh, there's another one. Now I've had it. Surely. Nicely done, Nettle.
I'm here.
Didn't we pick up a wand? I think we picked up a wand.
Certainly.
Yeah, we did. You can equip a wand. Why? I don't know. It's a bit different. Why not? To the stash with you. All of this crap. What's this again? Just a regular cape. No one cares. Nobody cares, dude. Give you this cape. Or alternatively, we could give you that necklace we found. Where'd you go? There it is. There you go. Enjoy. Okay. I've tidied it up a little bit. Good.
Yes.
A fine crossbow. And Fulvano's letter. How is it that so grand a journey as mine should lead me here? The people of the Deerwood call this pitiable lagoon a sight to see, but all I have experienced here is misfortune. I thought to explore the cavern by the waters, only to discover it was home to Sporlings. I went to see the vaunted compass and lost the bulk of my letters when I tripped over some driftwood. And at last I made to inspect the dragon skulls nearby, only to be menaced by some foolish little Zorips. I will return to Gilded Vale as soon as I catch my breath. At least the Zorips do not appear to have followed. Should have been looking around, my dude, instead of,
I'm here.
writing a little note. Clamshells and crab carapaces lit with the coals. Anything else to see
Laying
here?
low.
Oh, hello. We have here Scroll of Prayer Against Fear, Minor Regeneration, and Jasper. So why are you carrying the spell book? Gimme.
I'm here.
Oh, it's a ghoul. What did it just do there? Something nasty. Vomit blood. Yeah. A spirit shield, you know. You know. That would be better served in your hands. There's another one.
Hey.
Do that more often, I think.
I'm here.
It'll explode again. No? Good. Oh, another one. Finish him. some flesh. Lovely.
I'd be glad to.
Lovely. Yeah, this is all definitely going to the stash. Good. And that is a morning star. At the center of a ring of jagged stone, this boulder casts long shadows across the sand, even as the sun moves overhead. Would that perchance be why this place is called the Compass? It's another Zorip. Kill him. I think it would just run away, honestly. If these four coming at you. The dog in tow. Kind of have a feel as well like the fog of war is a bit limited. Could do with it being a bit further out, really. Ranga, I believe. We are looking for you. Fish and clumps of seaweed, bright green with heat, royal in the stew. It tastes pleasantly salty. What, did we just help ourselves there? You find yourself facing a towering Almua woman. Her skin is the warm gold brown of a dying sunset with pale fish-white patches at throat and hands. Wavy red-brown hair pulled into tight braids around a stripe of bare skin that follows the curve of her skull. Flows down over her broad shoulders. Shoulders? What? Shoulders.
Welcome.
She regards you calmly, evidently unsurprised to find you here at the edge of her camp by the water. Have you come for medicines and craftworks, or to share the fire? She gestures to the large cauldron nearby. What's that Zorip doing here? Ooh, Tana. He helps me gather ingredients, work the cauldron, things like that. He's been quite a help around here. The Zorip lets out a rattling chirp and bares its teeth in what you guess is intended to be a cheerful expression. Who are you? My name is Ranga. I lived in Gilded Vale a time, working as a healer and a midwife. Perhaps you've been to that place? You'll understand then why I might choose to come south. In any case, it's far more comfortable here, and by the shore, where I can hear the water. I still get visitors from time to time. Perhaps you're in need of something. Alpha sent me here. She says that you know some way to ensure that her child is not a hollowborn. Ah, more of Lord Radric's frightened flock. She nods slowly. You are kind to come all this way. Poor Alpha must be beside herself. I imagine she gave you something for payment. Whatever it is, you keep it. I don't need coin. I need you to do something for me instead. Ranga points inland. There's a Zorip tribe to the northeast, led by one of their priests. Tana was exiled from there some time ago, and their scouts still lurk about this place, waiting for an opportunity to end his life. The Zorip lets out a rattling squawk, head drooping. One day, I will have to go for supplies, and then I will come back to find my assistant slain. How will I help anyone then? She shakes her head. You rid me of this nuisance, and I will do what I can for Alpha. And throw in something for you, too. I had to kill the Zorips on the way here. They won't bother you anymore. Truly? You're very efficient with your favors. Here, something for your trouble. She nods, and claps her hand once. Good. Then I shall set my full attention now upon the remedy for Alpha. You have gained an item. Potion of minor regeneration, potion of minor recovery, potion of minor endurance. I will get started on the mixture, but I need one more ingredient. Some spores from the creatures in that cave there. She points just north of a little stretch of beach. Sporelings, they call them. It's a useful material. I need one for the mixture. You're welcome to any others you find. I'll go find some. Good. I will prepare the rest while you are gone. Once you return, it should not take very long to finish. We gained XP. Love a bit of XP. Yes. Now. I was hoping that might restore health, but it doesn't. I don't think there's anything that restores health except for actually resting. Tana's alright, but he's no deacon. That's all I'll say. -4 duration of active hostile effects, -20% duration for hostile effects for 30 seconds. That's a very situational sort of potion, I suppose. Why can't I unlock more quick item slots? That seems arbitrary and annoying. But whatever.
I'm here.
I need bigger bags or something. What's the problem? Is this it here? Ah, yep, it is. Big squishy thing. Cave coral. Give. When you level up, you can choose field triage or wound binding. Those are the only non-resting ways to heal actual health. Let me see. Oh no, it's the mushroom dudes from Dark Souls. Oh boy. Okay, they're pretty tough. Durance do some weird shit, how about that?
What?
That's not very helpful.
All of the buffs. All of the time.
There's a lesson to be taught.
Go nuts. Stabby stab time. This is Crucible of the Soul. I keep forgetting what this does. Huh. Give that a try. Take that.
I'm here.
Oh, there we go.
And what does the flame reveal?
Anything hidden? Nope. A warbow. Whatevs. Moss and mold cover the bones like a blanket. They smell earthy and wet. Well then, that's that. Yeah, we're going to have to rest soon. Durance has kind of run out of spells at this point, so... These guys are still going strong in that department, but, yeah.
I'm here.
Good day, stranger.
Careful with those sporlings. They have a way with the mind. Ranga taps her temple lightly. That's why the spores are so useful, really. I have some spores here. Oh, you do? Excellent. Keep one here and I'll add it to the cauldron. This should not take long. The mixture is ready. Take this to Alfra. Tell her to drink it before bed as it induces sleep. She should find herself more energetic in the mornings. Tell her to eat more fish and cheese. The portion will sustain a healthy appetite. Grant her strength. She's a rather frail woman from what I remember of her. What's in this potion, anyway? I cannot reveal all my secrets. Some dank spores, as you know that much. They will bolster the strength in her soul, give her what energy they once stole. It will not cure the legacy. I will tell you that plain. I can tend to ailments of the body, but not afflictions of the soul. Certainly not ones inflicted by the gods. Ranga crosses her arms. I have explained this, but people will believe as they like. So let her believe. Perhaps that will help. Faith is a powerful thing. In the meantime, she will feel much improved, and if her child should not be claimed by the legacy, then it will be born healthy. That I will promise. You're nothing but a charlatan. Nonsense. I'm many years now a midwife. Well, what I am is worker of impossible... What I am not, even, is a worker of impossible miracles. If you want to do something about the legacy, I tell you this. Better to deal with Lord Radric. It is his punishment which drives these women to me. I have done what I can, as promised. Tell Alfra I wish her well. And, we leveled up. Hurrah. So... more lore? I think more lore. And more mechanics. So... Well, hello, Deadbeat. Guys, I don't know how much longer I'm going to stream for today, actually. I feel absolutely exhausted now. I didn't feel like this when I started the stream, but it's just hit me like a wall. I don't know how much longer I can keep commentating in a vaguely lucid fashion for. Anyway, let's see. God, there's so much to choose from. Mirrored image. Merciless gaze. Fetid caress. It's pretty cool, you know. Just paralyze dudes and sicken them. Well, Alf's kind of got this whole fire and fury thing covered, so let's hope for something a bit different on Nettle. I reckon Fetid Caress could be fun. Then again, Mirrored Image would also be pretty cool. Necrotic Lance sounds interesting too. It's quite a lot of damage and it's corrode as well, so it'll work proper good against dudes in armor. You bought the game and Tyranny because you enjoyed watching me play Pillars so much. Oh, nice. Good stuff. Ugh. Part of the problem this week, folks, I'll level with you, is because I've spent the entire week just non-stop recording a new series, which is an RPG, which is fairly similar to this. So, that hasn't really helped. Because my brain right now is stuck halfway between two different systems right now trying to play this game, and it's affecting me slightly in my ability to tell what the heck I'm doing. I'll go with this. Fetid Caress. Sounds fun. Fun for all the family there. And talents, yeah. Here we go. Things get very interesting. Oh, that's good actually. Arcane Vale's really good. Get an extra spell cast of level 1 spells. Also very good. There you go, deep pockets, 2+2 quick item slots. That's how you unlock it. And yeah, here we go, wound binding and field triage. Oh, you know what I could really do with these. As much as I want Arcane Vale. Actually, no. I'll take Arcane Vale. We can just about make do with the camping equipment we've got for now. But later, I think I'm going to want to grab Field Triage and Wound Binding for sure. But yeah, for now, I think I'll pick Arcane Vale, actually. Because that's a... Oh, no, it's a 2 per rest. Bollocks, I thought it was 2 per encounter. I don't know, then. Because that's another cool sort of, like, whack that on and then just go wading in with the S-Stock like a mad woman type ability. So... Blast is cool, but she's using the old rod and wand a lot less as this goes on, so not as bothered about that. Blast is something I definitely want to get on Aloth when he levels up. He doesn't have it already. So... +6 accuracy, Pollack, S-Stock, Flail, Wand, Warbow. Actually, that's a pretty good choice considering she's using a damn wand and an S-Stock right now. Like, it's literally the two weapons she's equipped with. There's a lot to choose from. Yes, there is. I'm going to do Arcane Vale.
I'm here.
Where does it actually appear? Oh, there it is, yeah. Conjures a protective shield of magic, dramatically boosting the wizard's deflection. Marvellous.
I'm here.
Stack that, you see, with Spirit Shield, for example. And, is there another one? Oh, there was another one. Maybe I'm imagining that. I'm sure I had another ability that boosted defensiveness, but whatever. Anyway, you can stack those and it's pretty good. So, away! Or shall we? Actually, no, we'll rest. I think we'll rest. I'll have a little camp here. On the beach. Hope the tide doesn't come in. Yes, I get it. It's deflection. It's not like just total damage reduction. It's deflection. It's a type. It's not going to do much against certain types of damage. I am familiar with this kind of RPG. You do not have to handhold me all the way through this thunder. Please resist the urge to do so. It will only annoy me. Right, so we need to get to back to Magran's Fort, and then, Fork, and then go this way. So, off we pop. 250, are you joking? Oh, bloody hell, there's a lot of people watching, actually. Fair play. There was a lot last week as well, wasn't there, actually, to be fair. Oh, fair enough. Hello, everybody, welcome. There's so many people there. I'm used to there being around 100 or so max. The fan base is growing. I wouldn't say that. I think it's just because I'm streaming this particular game. If I stream anything else during the week, it's back to normal numbers. So, we didn't quite explore all this map, did we? Well, I'll be down. There's a house. There's a freaking house here, and I missed it. A big tower as well. Oh god, what are the wisp? Stabbity stab, stab, stab. Jobs are good. Drop anything?
I'm here.
Guess not. If I go in here and hit stealth mode, is there anything? Not really, but there is that. Oh, hello. Yeah. Glad I did look in there. So, barge into somebody's house here. Luckily, it seems it's uninhabited. Also, level up for our man in the strange helmet. What should we give you? More athletics, I guess. Hell yeah. Right, talents. Talents for you, sir. Fog of war hiding gigantic towers when you're only a couple of feet away. Yeah, it's a bit odd, isn't it, really? What are you going to do? Honestly, I don't... To tell you the truth, I don't really see the point in the fog of war mechanic at all. I really don't. Like, I could perfectly happily live without it. At least maybe a soft fog of war, you know, so you don't spot something. You don't actually spot, like, creatures and things like that out of a certain radius around you, but you can see the general lay of the land, right? It just makes sense to have a tower, a stonking great bloody castle it could be, about 15 feet away from you, and it's completely invisible to you because you haven't gone close enough, you know? That's something I never really kind of was on board with, to be honest with you, with these games. I just didn't get it. I mean, fine, you want to put Fog of War in you know, your Age of Empires, your strategy game, that's fair enough, but in this, didn't really make a lot of sense to me. Maybe in like a really dark dungeon or something, but, you know, whatever, anyway. Well, we go defensive. Engagement. Remind me, game, how that works. Engagement occurs anytime a character attacks an enemy with a melee weapon at close range. Right, so basically this allows him to tie up more people. Let's just take that. Weapon and shield style. Nice and simple. Unlikely to change in future. So what have we here? Fruit and vegetables. Jolly good. Another rope and grappling hook. And that seems to be it. Just robbed someone's house. As you do in these games. I mean, there are candles lit and everything. They must have just popped out for a walk or something. I mean, we've just completely robbed them. And yet I can pretty much guarantee no one will ever come back there if we sit there and wait. So, yeah. Anyway, how do I get out of here? The wolf! Oh, several wolves. Oh my lord. That's more than I was expecting. Bit of book slamming, I think. Tanking the hits pretty well there, Nettle. I'm proud of you. For a wizard, you're pretty nails, really. Well, that was an encounter and a half. Okay, well, moving on. Now that goes north. I don't want to go north. I want to go east. That way. Black Meadow. Here we come. And another level up. Well... More lore, I guess. Stealth, maybe? I don't know. Right. More spells for you, sir. Well, I think... Combusting wounds, perhaps? I would continue the old binding web, though. That's not bad either. No, I got combusting wounds. Walking against the elements is pretty good. At least it would be if we were playing Dungeons and Dragons. In this game, I'm not quite so sure, honestly. But I'll go with combusting wounds, I think. Yeah. Kind of continues the theme he's got going on. And... Penetrating blast? Oh, it modifies blast, which he already has, huh? Yeah, go for it.
I'm here.
Alright. So, quick save. Ooh, mushrooms. So we're looking for some sort of destroyed caravan here, really. Well, okay, there's a dead dragon. How about that? Whoa. Seeing purple shit again. And it's a... I don't even know what that is. A wicht. A white. Kill it. Well, I said kill it, and they did what they were told. Fair enough. She got Fulvano's boots. I assume this is Fulvano then, or something. Oh yeah, he's leveled up. That's one constitution. Though never famed as he would claim, the Valian explorer of Fulvano was known as an eccentric who wished to see the world. Where possible, he travelled by foot, wishing to gain a local's appreciation for the sights, sounds, and smells of the lands he passed through. In practice, however, Fulvano often claimed that his explorations proved only that the world outside of the Valian republics was a foul, smelly place that paled in comparison to his homeland. This pair of boots is said to have belonged to Fulvano, and the initials burned into the leather would seem to bear that out. Fulvano was very particular about his boots, for they had to endure a great deal of use, and they were constructed to be as hardy as their wearer. So, the question is, who gets the boots? Oh dear. Nettle, my dear, your constitution's awful. I think if we were to give it to Durance, or however I'm pronouncing it today, his bonus would go from a +2 to a +3, because it would go up to 16. So, of all the options available, Durance is actually the best candidate for these boots. That will actually increase his modifier. But then again, maybe that's me thinking too much in D&D terms. Perhaps it doesn't work like that in this game, but I'm going to assume it does. Team 2 on the character creation, after all. Splat. I kind of like the way Nettle's shaping up as this kind of close combat stabby wizard. I like it. It's fun. It's a bit different. It's not quite what I had in mind, but it's different. Like it. I think it suits her kind of pioneering frontiersman character that she sort of seems to have going on based on her backstory. A fine warbow, eh? Well, I suppose you might as well equip that. Even though you never use your warbow as it is. Spare bedroll is laid out in this tent, but there's no other sign of Kith. Your typical academic wizard, she ain't. Put it that way. Bit more of a Charles Darwin, perhaps, you know, someone that likes to get their elbows dirty. I almost picture, actually, being a bit like the botanist fella from Master and Commander. I forget his name, you know, the doctor. He's always keen to go wandering off to find animals and plants and things. Grief, these bandits are getting murdered. Holy crap, we found like an entire armory's worth of stuff here. Ripple sponge. Entrance sponge is found on the rocky coast of Rawatai. Ripple sponge is ground finely and inhaled. It is often used on long sea voyages for it has a soothing, calming effect which helps in tackling extended periods of strenuous activity. I wonder if it helps with seasickness. Right, well now we're carrying an entire armory around with us. Also, let's quickly level you up. Surprisingly high stealth. We'll make that your thing. I've decided. Also a point in survival. Oh, carry to the next level. Yeah, okay, good. Right. What do we have to play with here? Oh, I like purring counter powers. They're fun. Get to use them again and again. What does it do then? Use them more endurance. And burn damage for enemies. It's pretty good, that seems to me. Crikey. Enemies take burn damage from the priest's holy radiance. Vessels take increased burn damage. Inspired flame. I need to get you a sword, apparently, Durance. By the sounds of it, we're going to give you inspired flame. I can modify a different way with this one. This would everyone receives less healing from the priest's holy radiance, but the priest gains a bonus to all attributes and movement. Allies get an accuracy bonus from the priest's holy radiance. Honestly, brilliant radiance sounds a lot more fun. Burning dudes with righteous fury. Sounds fun to me. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. There we go.
I'm here.
Yeah, I know. I like his Bernie stick. It's quite cool. Well, now we're raking in the cash. Okay, a shipment crate. Yeah, this is for the smithy. I need you to deliver a haul for Cerned to sell. He will not speak to you unless you know the words. He's only found in the gift after dark. God, these names, man. Tuatano's fears were well founded. I found the Black Hammer's shipment in the possession of a group of bandits haunting the northern edge of the meadow. It seems that Tuatano's workers have met an untimely end. All that remains is to return the shipment and claim my reward.
I'm here.
Indeed. If we were sneaky evil guys, we could probably go give it to the person that the note mentioned, but I'm not going to do that. Because we're nice. And that's a troll. That is a troll.
I'm here.
Don't want to get squished by the troll, so I'm just going to buff up slightly here. Hook smash. Hey, it worked for once. Would like to die sometime today, troll. Thank you.
I'm here.
Quite explored everything in here yet. Yeah, I know, right? I was just thinking that. I was wondering if trolls in this game had the old acid or fire to kill them thing like in D&D, but luckily Durance has got a fire staff, so I guess it's not an issue. Well, even if we didn't have that, I mean, Aloth's got a bajillion fire spells as it is.
What?
His holy radiance sets shit on fire as well now, so...
Yes.
Oh, speaking of trolls, there's another one. No, don't. Click more carefully. What I'm doing.
That's it.
You just wail away on it there. You can take it.
Certainly.
More troll skin. Troll skin for the troll throne. Oh, don't go start getting annoyed at me because I'm doing well. For heaven's sake, guys. I get that. I get comments like that in the Halo playthrough at the minute. Comments like, does anyone else feel like hunters are too easy in this mod? And I'm sitting here like, have you considered the fact that I'm actually quite good at Halo and I'm killing these hunters quite easily because I'm quite fucking good at killing hunters in Halo? Not like I played the game for like 4 fucking years, is it? No. Admittedly, right now, that's not the case because I'm playing on easy because, fuck it, life's too short to play on hard. But, even so. Well, I think we're done here. Yeah, we should go west and then back north again. Otherwise, we'll be all over the place. Actually, I could have just clicked directly on Gilded Vale. Whatever. There we go. Well, it depends on the game, Dragos, doesn't it? I'm not playing Pillars of Eternity here because I want a challenge from the combat. Am I? That's not why I'm playing this game. I'm playing this game because it's got a fun story to tell. And because I like playing role-playing games. I am not fucking here for high-level cerebral tactical combat. That's what we play Xenonauts on Wednesdays for, right? Like, let's be fair here.
Well met, friend.
I'd like a room, please. I made the horrible, horrible mistake of trying to play Baldur's Gate 2 on core difficulty. And instead of doing the sensible thing, which was to swallow my pride and lower the difficulty, I insisted on continuing to try and play it on core difficulty with a party that wasn't fully optimized, and all I succeeded in doing was pissing off both myself and a number of my viewers in attempting to play a game that was made too hard by the fact that I was simply playing on the wrong kind of difficulty for the sort of player I am. I am not making the same mistake with this game, so we're playing on easy, and if anyone's got a problem with that, then you can get lost, frankly.
Gods keep you.
You were some time away. I worried you wouldn't return. Is that it? You brought it? Alpha looks at you, hopefully. What did Ranga say? Yes, I have it. Here it is. You really did it. Oh, bless you, bless you. Don't know what I would have done without you. Now my baby will be safe. Alfred beams at you. I can't thank you enough. Glad to be of assistance. Here, take this. You can keep what remains of Ranga's payment, too. Thank you again. I'll take this before I settle into bed. Perhaps I'll finally rest easy. Might as well let it just believe it's real. Not going to do anything but damage if we tell her otherwise, is it? So... Now I need to go to the smithy. Wrap up this quest, and then I think I'm going to wrap up the stream. Oh dear. Hold, madam, but a moment. A hooded man waits upon the road, clad in green cloak. He strides forward to meet you as you approach, and at a closer distance his features are revealed for those of a younger man, though lined with weariness. He appears to be favouring his leg as he walks. His left leg, even as he walks. No. We tend to favour our legs when we walk, you know? That's the thing that humans generally tend to do. Unless you decide to walk around on your hands for some strange reason. Anyway, there's a dark stain of whatever. There's just a dark stain upon the I'm butchering this tonight. There is a dark stain upon the fabric of his trousers under the knee. Even so, he greets you with a polite bow. It seems you have done dear Alpha a great service. The man nods towards the nearby house. Anslog's compass is a dangerous place, and yet you were willing to venture there to help her. Gilded Vale needs such courage in these dark times. Stout hearts, willing to do what is necessary to save these people. Can I count on you among that number? Who are you? Only a man determined to see Gilded Vale restored to its former glory. There was a time, stranger, when Gilded Vale was worthy of its name. The wheat shone like gold on the hills, and the village's people lived well. I don't know about the golden crops, but there were less flies anyway. And what has become of it now? Whatever is called the blight upon our lands, it is not the fault of its people. Radric looks to punish us for crimes we have not committed, and in turn he is blind to his own. I am not, and he will pay for what he has done. I, Kolsk, swear it by the flame. Like many tyrants, he has surrounded himself with stronger men and women for fear of retribution. And so you are warned. If you would press on despite that, however, I wonder if we might help one another. What does he want me to do? The man nods, standing a little straighter. It is a grim task that I ask of you, but I assure you there is no other option. Lord Radric must be stopped. Too long has Gilded Vale suffered under Radric's madness. He would cure Waidwin's legacy by ensuring there are none alive in the village to be afflicted. I fear his own wife, Ygritte, may be at risk. The man has no mercy left in him. We have not stood idle. My people and I have breached the defences, intent on ending Radric's rule ourselves. We entered through the sewers under cover of night, but we were routed. There are dark creatures down there in the dungeons, the work of Radric's Animancer. It falls to you. Lord Radric has called for further reinforcements, and soon there will be no stopping him. Our time grows short, and in this hour I must beg assistance where I can. He's going to owe us more than some rubble-strewn plot of land after this. Fling him from the ramparts, or else cut his head from his shoulders. I care not. Once his throne lies empty, Gilded Vale will have the stewardship that it deserves. I'd rather not get involved. We really would rather not get involved. Yeah, I'd rather not get involved. I see. Well, perhaps you will change your mind once you realize that you are not exempt from Radric's excesses, when you witness the depth of his crimes. I must gather my allies. The hold lies due east, past the Estonwood. I have ears there, and will await word of some change in the happy event that you should change your mind. He bows again. Perhaps we will meet again. The plot doth thicken. Now, to the blacksmith. I could probably sell a bunch of stuff while I'm there. This place here, yep. Tired. We'll go to bed straight after this. Why would Nettle not want to get involved? Well, give me a good reason why she would want to get involved.
Welcome.
To Atanu. Ah, you're back. Anything I can help you with? I found that shipment you were waiting on. He reaches out to take the crate, raising it effortlessly onto the counter. His face splits in a broad smile. Why, so you have. This is excellent news. We can finally get back to work and show you real Black Hammer quality. None of these flimsy little swords. Here, I'll give you a taste. Ducks behind the counter and rises with a heavy wooden shield in hand. Might not have had much in the way of materials to work with, but it's still Black Hammer craftsmanship. You go on and take that. You have gained an item, a larder door added to inventory. And here, some coin for your troubles too. Did you find anyone with the wagon? When bandits overtook the wagon, I doubt your people survived. Poor fools. Always told them they ought to hire some guards instead of palming the extra coin. I'll have to hire on more hands. Don't suppose you want to settle in Gilded Vale or try some delivery work. You have my thanks for your assistance, friend. Give me some time to work the forge and you'll have your pick of the next run of weapons.
Gods keep you.
Well, in the meantime, can I sell you all this crap I've found? And that's a lot of crap, seriously. There you go. Enjoy! Nice. I've actually got a decent amount of money, finally. Because she likes helping people and because she believes that from she has heard of Radric, he's kind of an asshole. Yeah, but believing the local lord is kind of an asshole and jumping to, I will personally behead him and throw his corpse from the ramparts is quite a fucking jump, right? You know, I think Trump is a bit of a dickhead, but I'm not going to go visit the United States and then within a week plan his assassination at the White House, am I? That's, come on. Metal just wants to be left alone.
Yes.
To do her own thing, collect the flowers, brew potions, do a science, and maybe help some nice people out along the way for a little bit of money in return. Quit the backseating. I quite agree with Dragos, frankly. How the fuck did you carry all of that? Bag of holding, my friend. Bag of holding. It's a marvelous thing. So, you can make some food, which I will never remember to use. But why not? Do it anyway. Sod it. Apparently I can craft quite a lot of this shit. Or not. Pearlwood chicken. I can make a lot of potions. Iron skin, yep. What about scrolls? Dragon sphere, restore minor endurance. Sure. Woo, crafting! Oh, and that's the larder door, huh? Well, I know someone who'd probably be interested in using that. There you go. Oh, sorry. There you go. Marvelous. Alright, folks. I'm done for this evening. I'm flipping knackered. I want to go to bed. I'm going to drop a save. I was going to name it Stream 2 or something, but apparently I didn't need to. Yeah, I'm off, folks. we'll catch you next week, same time, next Friday, with more of Nettle's strange adventures in the Deerwood. Strange and horrible and dark and terrible adventures, to be honest with you. I mean, ugh. Dungeons and Dragons, this ain't, you know. This ain't Greyhawk, motherfuckers. This is something else entirely. So yeah, I'll be back next week with more of this stuff. And until then, folks, have a good weekend. And I will see you on Monday for something. I don't know. I was thinking of maybe doing some more Thrones of Britannia, perhaps. Or maybe Dark Souls, if I'm feeling brave enough. So, well, we'll see. I'll make that decision when it comes. And, yeah, cheers, folks. I will see you next time. Toodaloo.